Mr. DD himself. What's up, Otter Gang? Shout out to you guys. How we all doing? Beautiful pumpage starting off today with a bang. Holy smokes, how we all doing? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Shout out if you're new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Live stream, Alex O Crypto here. Let's get into the charts. Thank you, Dave Digital, for being here. Shout out to the fallen one. I can't speak, but we're going to get into it anyways. Thank you so much for being here. Guess what? Mrs. Otter went around and set up the whole apartment here with balloons and streamers and happy birthday signs when I got home because tomorrow's my birthday. And we're going skydiving. We're going skydiving tomorrow. So I'll be sharing some pictures in the Discord of me flying through the air, hopefully, and landing safely. You know, this is not financial advice. This is not life advice. This is just our analysis of the charts and how we're doing today. We can see that Bitcoin has ripped up just a little bit more. Can it continue upwards? That is the question that everybody wants to know. Look at us go. Making our way up here. So, I mean, higher highs. We're trying to get above this 26,000. So I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for the happy birthday, my friends. But you know what? I'll be here. I'll be live streaming tomorrow. Somehow, some way, we'll fit it in because we haven't missed a day, really. So we're here. We're going to be celebrating our birthday with the Otter Gang, with you guys in the Discord, hopefully sharing some ideas on these charts, because tomorrow is Friday for you guys, Saturday for me, and wow, we've had a pump. So we got this channel here that we're looking at, and we'll be watching this channel to see if we can get a reaction somewhere up here and possibly the next day or so. But we're going to go through Market Cipher. We're going to look at the other markets, the S&P and the Dixie and all that stuff in order to build some confluence on some trade ideas. Now, hopefully, there has been volatility, so hopefully you guys have gotten into a long, and if not, you know what, we could be looking at a rejection here, so we'll get into that. We'll look at the charts. We'll see what we can find in order so we can jump into something and look at the otter. The otter's there. Oh, my God. So hopefully we can find something on these levels in Market Cipher in order to find some confluence. Now we can see that we're making higher highs and lower lows, okay? That is a bearish divergence if you're wondering. So this could play out to the downside. So we have to be careful here on the longer term time frames. But on the other hand, we are getting a green dot on the 4-day and the 5-day. So very, very, very mixed signals here. Mixed signals. And guess what? The banks, I can't write banks. Do you guys remember how to write cursive? I don't. Anyways, the banks are not doing so good right now. The banks are going this way, and the Fed's going this way, right? So maybe we're bullish. Maybe we're bearish, but no matter what, we're going to get into a good position, extract some profits, and hopefully secure that bag. Okay? So we got this huge volume node above us here that we all know about. You see this volume node? Yeah. This is the hot dog of the volume node. I don't know if I draw that well, but NFT that stuff if you want to. But we can see that there is clear resistance here holding us down and trying to keep us in this range here. So if you're not aware of that if we do pop through here, we can be looking at a big move, probably to the 28,000 mark, which we should have marked out on our charts. And if you don't, mark that out. So looking at Market Cipher here, higher highs, lower lows on Market Cipher. We have RSI curving up to the upside. Can be looking for a rejection, right? We can be looking for a rejection. No signs on the higher term time frames as of yet, right? And then we go into the daily and we can see that, hey, RSI is coming up. It's still red. Money flow is still in the red as well, which is still bearish, right? And we can see we've been in that ever since this, even in this giant pump, we went bearish, right? So we had enough momentum to go bearish, but we are below that now. So what can we look for? Maybe a little bit a pump up and then a reset on the stochastics. VWAP has pumped up and now is curving down, but you can see it could be turning this way, right? So we need to be careful. Very mixed signals on the higher term time frames here, alongside with all the weird news that we have gotten throughout the markets. We got a pump all of a sudden, and guess what? Banks are failing, but yet we're pumping, right? So it's very, very, very mixed signals throughout the markets right now. So we need to be careful, practice good risk management that we always talk about on this channel. You know, being a degen otter trader with these 100x leveraged trades, we still need to practice good risk management. Actually, we need to practice it better than most because we're degen trading sometimes, right? So let's make sure we're doing that. So you can see our size curved to the upside. Money flow remains in the red after the daily here on these lower term time frames, around the middle of the time frames here, around the 12-hour, 14 and 16 hours. We've curled up from this pump, and we're looking right now, we are looking for some sort of bear div here on these time frames. We don't have them on these ones, but we could be looking for potential ones as we go down to the 4 hours. Now, when we get to the 4 hour, we can start to see that maybe if we do get a pump a little bit higher, we could be looking for a bear div on these medium term time frames, right? Now, as we wait to see if we can get a bear div, we have to be patient, right? Because we're looking for a higher high here, right? And a lower low currently. That's what we're looking for. Right now, money flow is pumping on these shorter term time frames, so we need to be cautious of that as well. Today, we were hitting these lows, swinging around and kind of sideways, and then all of a sudden, later on in the day, we came up, and we are now into this mini range that we have from before. So we'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at some trading ideas of where price can go and what to be aware of to the upside as well. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are having a great day. I've had a beautiful week. I've worked hard as a carpenter. You know, sometimes it can be harder than others, but it's been a good week to me this week. You know, we had one day where it was 38 degrees, and you know what? It was really hot. It was really hot. And, you know, we're not here to talk about weather, but as a Canadian living in Australia, it's not always fine and dandy in the heat here. It's actually quite scorching. So let's go down to the 1 hour and let's look at what we can find. Now, make sure that you've added this channel that you've seen when we started the stream here. This channel, it seems to be being respected. It has been respected multiple times. People like parallel lines and stuff like that. So we'll keep the channel in mind, but also remember that there is a giant range here that we are trying to escape, right? We're trying to get out of this range. So be aware of that on the long-term time frames. And also, what's next is this range right here above us, right? This simple range up here. So be aware of these ranges and be aware of this channel as well. When looking at this channel, realize that we're at the top of it and we might be looking for a rejection at the top of it. So where would that be? That would be somewhere around 26.8 to 26.5, right? So we're going to keep an eye on that. So let's jump into the immediate 1 hour time frame here where we can see that price has definitely shot up. It's come up and we are back within this range here. Now, we had been trading sideways, but look at us. We came up, and then we continued to stay above the VWAP that we've talked about before. We came up, we bounced off the VWAP, and we're up yet again, right? So the VWAP has actually been very, very significant here with this pump. And if you're watching it, we have been touching, boom, and then came back and touched it as well. Right, so there's been multiple entries here on the VWAP in order to get in. Also, I know we have all these wicks at the top, which we could have taken a lot of short scalp trades as well. But you can see with the movement up, we're looking for a bearish divergence. We're not getting a bearish divergence. Momentum continued to push to the upside as well, right? So be noted. Seems like his volume percent was maybe set higher. Is there a normal or best volume percent for the setting Mine is set to 70%. Was chatting with someone on the Mafia earlier, and they shared their TradingView chat and their FRVP on the same range I was looking at had a different value area high and value area low. So if it's depending on where they pull their FRVP, like this one's the fixed range, right? And depending on the time frame, it can always vary, right? Depending on the candles. So if you're pulling exactly from the same candle to the same candle on the same exchange, right? Then it should be the same, right? So depending on where you're pulling your FRVP, so if you're pulling it from here to here, you can see that we get these levels here, right? And you can see that we've moved way up to this range here. So if we do lose this range here, we should be looking to come back to this value area high here, right? And then back into this range here. So it can always differ, but the FRVP should be similar, but you can have your row size different, your style and stuff like that different to match whatever you want it to look like. But I keep this at 200 and my value area volume, or yeah, the volume is set at 70. So maybe they have a different setting, but mine's set at that. And I think that works just fine. It works just fine for me. So his value area high was the swing high, basically. Mine looked like yours. Well, he must have had a different setting. Maybe ask that person what his setting was, and it could possibly help. Maybe share that with me, and it could help us all out, right? That'd be great to know. Thanks for sharing, Farmer. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, my man. TRD Farmer in the chat, always supporting the Otter Gang in the Discord. My man, my man, my man. God bless. Thank you for being here. So we can see that we're coming up, testing these highs again, right? So we have an alarm up here at 26.4. What exchange do you chart on TradingView? So I have Bybit as my main because I trade on Bybit, and then I have Bitstamp for like a long-term indicator. I have Binance for volume. I have Bitstamp because it's massive and it gives you lots of range, right? Especially if you're looking to do some long-term charting with Bitstamp, you can do that. Binance for volume. There's a ton of volume on Binance. And then I use KuCoin, which is another one, right? Just for some ideas. And I tend to do more of like where I think market's going to go on KuCoin and how it's going to behave. And then I'll add the futures in, because futures is always good to find your beautiful gaps, right? This is on the weekly, looks horrible, sorry. But you have your gaps on the futures in order to see where price can work its way to in order to fill those gaps. And then Bitcoin dominance, as you can see, has pumped immensely. So this means that, money's coming out of alts and into Bitcoin, right? And there's been a lot of Bitcoin dominance lately because guess what? People in their banks that aren't trusting their banks, they're putting their money into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin dominance has been skyrocketing lately, right? Absolute skyrocket. So you can see Bitcoin dominance is flying here, right? Looking to come up to these peaks here. So those are the ones I use on my TradingView. I trade Bybit, so I'm always here on Bybit sharing the TA and most of my setups with you guys. So that's kind of which ones I use. We can go over here and we can turn on our group. Now my chart gets messy all of a sudden, right? But as a scalper / day trader, for me, I need these levels, right? And look, it took a lot of volume to blast out of this 25.2. So now 25.2 will look to be support. We can get rid of this 7-11 trade, and we can look at here to be our next level of confluence. Now, if we pull a fib from the top here to the bottom here, we can see that we're bouncing off of the 786, right, from this big range, and we need to get obviously above here. We're getting a little bit exhausted, so maybe we can look for some sort of exhaustion, swing failure here to come up and then drop back down and continue back into the previous range traded, right? Because it's going to take a lot of volume in order to break through. Now, I'm not trying to be a perma bear, but 25.2 was respected for months. Now we've come up to 26.5, right? And obviously we have that big volume gap above us, but we're going to watch these levels and trade them as a range, right? And if we can treat it as a range, we can try and get in at the highs and at the lows of the ranges and ride these up for profit. So along with our 25.2 here, I believe that if we pull a fib from the bottom of the range, if we pull a fib from the bottom of the range to the top of this range, we can find a nice, beautiful golden pocket from the bottom to the top as well. And we can see that here at the bottom of this point of control is definitely an area of confluence. So with this 25.2, yes, it's holding us up, but for me, I would watch for price to have a reaction here. But if it does continue downwards, I'd look for a bounce more off the golden pocket. And if I pull over a fixed range volume profile, we can see that that area lines up much nicer here. So I'm going to not look at these lows anymore. I'm going to pull this up and create a new range. And then this is going to be the range that I'm looking at now. It needs to get above this 25.850 zone. I think it went up to 888, but it needs to get above here. And now this is just a quick overview of what I would set up in order to try and benefit and grab into some scalps, some quick trading ideas in order to jump into a trade if I'm looking to trade right now, right? So as we look at this range, we can see that price has clearly shot up, and it's attempting to break this new resistance, right? So if we're flagging out here, as we can see we're flagging very simply off of here, off of this pump. It's getting exhausted multiple times. Is it not going to be able to get up? Well, let's look at the volume. What does the volume tell us? So massive move up, volume cools down, another attempt to go up gets rejected, right? So I would look for another rejection, which it looks like we might be getting right now, in order to trade this, right? Now, the one thing that has been significant on this move up has been the VWAP, like I was talking about. So now we have touches here on the VWAP. Maybe we look for a VWAP and then a pump up again. So it's very tight right now. If you're going to be trading this, I highly suggest that you pay yourselves early and put that trade into profit as quick as you can, right? Now let's go over to some of our setups on Matic and Ethereum. Before I do that, actually, sorry about that, we're going to go over to the S&P and find some confluence with Bitcoin. So we can see that we got the pump, right? And as we go over to the S&P, we are also getting a pump. So maybe they're starting to coincide again, right? So we're looking for a rejection here somewhere along these lines, right? And if we can get a rejection on the S&P, that means that we can move down on BTC as well, because we're at the very top of the BTC chart right now. So let's drag this down. Let's look for a rejection and to test this trend line yet again. Holy smokes, this trend line has been respected and it doesn't want to give in. So we have a huge pump. We got rejected, huge pump back up, right? And now it looks like, for me, it looks like we're looking to work our way down on this downtrend, right? But it's obviously not so significant because with all these banks, with all these bailouts, I believe that the market is going to trade a little bit more sideways than usual, waiting for that inflation rate to come out next week, right? As we can see here, we got this key level at 103.5 on the Dixie. We're looking for a bounce off of it and a continuation upwards back into this channel that has been respected for quite some time now. It's worked its way back into the channel, then out of the channel. So possibly this channel could be completely broken now. So we're going to watch for a reaction off of this 103.5 area, maybe a little bit higher. 103.76, and then go from there. If this bounces off of here, look for Bitcoin to work its way back down and move back towards that 25 to 25 or 24K area, right? I was at work today and I was watching the charts, and I was hearing a lot of people getting frustrated with Bitcoin. And to be fair, it hasn't been a very easy time to trade. I mean, the last time I believe it was pretty easy was when we were moving down here, right? Because it was very bear flag, right? And then we got down here and it just completely annihilated to the top side, right? Within 3 days. So there's been a lot of news and a lot of bank failures and bailouts, alongside with a 6% inflation rate, which is bullish, but it's not because they're bailing out. So it's been hard to trade. So we are making mindset videos on resetting, coming to the charts with an open mind, trying to practice better risk management, and it's not always easy. And we are coming out with shorts and stuff like that on suggesting taking a break, coming back to the charts. You know, it's not always easy to extract these profits, right? And if we use our replay before we get into the charts, if we use the replay button and we watch price action before we trade, this can sometimes help us have a better idea. So I like to do this a lot of the time, especially because at work I come to the charts and I haven't been watching price action all day. So if I can use the replay button and watch some price action, it kind of gets me into a better idea and feeling of what charts are going to do. And by doing that, it sets me up to be more successful because I'm getting a better idea. Now you can see we are failing to get above here, but VWAP is trying to push. VWAP is going to hold us up unless we get some volume. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. Practice good risk management. Be kind to yourselves. You know, pay yourselves early and try to get into these trades in a good spot. But if you don't feel like you're a loser because you take a loss, right? It's part of the journey. It's part of growing. I've had horrific losses when I first started trading, but as I practice good risk management, I've been able to become a profitable trader through discipline. And that's why I'm here, is to share that with you guys, right? But it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of risk management and a lot of mindset. So we gave this setup the other day on Matic. We were looking for the rejection from $1.17, and it's come up perfectly to $1.17. Will it get fully rejected? We'll have to see. It could be coming back up and could be another opportunity for a short. So we'll keep an eye on Matic right now. Watch Bitcoin for any indication of any movement, but this could be a good setup for Matic depending on your risk tolerance. Now, I believe this is a golden pocket that we pulled yesterday, and yes, it is. So very, very cautious because Matic moves a lot, don't forget. But you can see if we do fail to get above here, we can be looking for lower price action, right? So possible setup on Matic that was given yesterday that's still available depending on your risk tolerance, but looks like it's coming back up to this level again. So maybe look for Matic for another rejection. That's possible in the very near future. Now we had this drawn out for Ethereum as well. And we can see that Ethereum came perfectly up to our level here and has been rejected, and also doing a very similar thing to what's going on with Matic. So these are two trade potentials. You know, we are at the top of the range, and Bitcoin is at a very high point where it can possibly break up and create these new highs, right? At any second, it could pop. So it is very risky. So make sure to use a very tight stop loss and protect yourself as best as possible. But then again, we are at the very top of a range. So to the downside, there is lots of room to profit from if we do head downwards, right? Now, like I said before, when looking at Bitcoin and flipping through There's very much mixed signals throughout. We are at the top of a range. We have definitely come up to it, but we are looking for a rejection of this area. But look at us go right now. We're going up to 25.9. We are moving quite drastically right now as we speak. Can we see anything higher? Can we see that bull divs? Look at this. Looking for that bearish divergence. Did we just get rejected? Did we just get rejected? This could be possibly bearish. Looking for volume to come in. Volume has come in. This doesn't seem sustainable. Looks like a very hard rejection. Came up and grabbed some liquidity up here. It got spanked right down. That's quite a big spanking. Wow. Okay. Watching the corn. Oh, it's pushing back up. We're getting some volume on the live stream. What's up, Felix? How's it going? Are you not shorting this? How are you feeling right now, Felix? Are you bearish? Are you bullish? Hope you're doing well. Shout out to you. Killing it with the strategy, you said in the Discord. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here. We're always here every single day. We have a free Discord where we're trading. We're sharing our trade setups, our thoughts, ideas. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. And shout out to Felix for joining us on the live stream. My man, much love to you. Thank you for always supporting and being here. We appreciate you. We as the Otter Gang. So we got a spike up here, but look at this. Big rejection came up to 25.981 and a big rejection. Currently short-term bullish on price action. Well, that would make sense to me, but look at the rejection we're getting here. But it's attempting to make higher highs and it just got spanked down. We are possibly getting a bearish divergence, so we'll be watching the price action right now and seeing what happens. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. This is good. This is good. Failure to get above here. Failure to get above here. Then I'll be watching for a dump party. Yeah. We'll throw a big, huge... That sounds horrible. A big, huge dump party. Yeah, that's... Sorry about that. I clicked the not for kids thing when I pressed live stream, so hopefully it doesn't offend anyone. Oh man. Well, it's Friday here, so I think Felix and I, since we live in Australia, we're definitely pretty happy celebrating Friday. Felix, you sent me a birthday present in the mail, right? We're going to have a birthday stream, or at least I'm going to share the skydive pictures in the Discord tomorrow. NSFW, New South effing Wales. Is that what it's about? Not suitable for work. Mrs. Otter just corrected me. NSFW. I had no clue what that meant. Big rejection here. It doesn't look like it's giving up, though. It doesn't look like it's giving up. Let's go down to the D-Gen. Binance BTUSD perp hit 2600 to the penny on that push. Are we degenning 1 minute time frames here? Let's watch the degen candles. Can we get some good degen scalping action here? All right. Green dot. Green dot. RSI's oversold. VWAP's below. Yeah, boy. What's your address? I'll dress up in an otter mascot costume and hide in a cake. That would be so legendary. Mrs. Otter decorated the whole flat today. Looks spectacular. You'd think I was the builder, but she's the party decorating lady queen. I don't know that. Speak English not well. Look at this pump. Look at this pump. I can make my own pump music. VWAP re-anchored. Shout out to Mrs. Otter for our interior designer. Shout out to you, Mrs. Otter. You legend. You gonna bring me a balloon for the live stream or what? Do I get a balloon? Can we do the hair thing? Pink or green? We're gonna go with pink. Pink power. Pink power. Yeah, send it. Yeah. Let's go. Called it. Pump it. Pump it like I'm pumping my hair right now. Let's go. Birthday boy. Huh? Yeah. Of course. Is it helium or no? Did you blow these up? Wow, she blew them up. Powerful. Bye. Thanks, Mrs. Otter. We love you. Pink Power Ranger. Let's go. At least we're getting volume. I like volume. I could hang out with you guys all day. Miss Otter, are you pregnant? She just shut the door on me. No baby otters. No baby otters as of yet. That would be funny though. I'm Canadian. She's British. And that would make our child Australian. So we'd be like the Commonwealth of the world. Total Commonwealth. Look at this pump show. Reattempting this 26,000 mark. Can we continue upwards? Commonwealth family, Degen Otter Gang life on the 1 minute time frame here. Doing the call by call. Let's pump it. Let's pump it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Felix, today at work we were doing some air vent piping. We were using PVC piping, the big PVC, and I had like the didgeridoo going on. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. We were laughing so hard. We were didgeridooing it, man. It was so good. I mean, I think tradies sometimes we be a bit ridiculous, and That was definitely us today. Look at us go. We're shooting to the stars. Look at the candle. Whew. Look at it. It's trying. Look at this. Pump music. The didgeridoo pump music's working. Look at this. Look at this. Oof. Look at it go. We off. Oof, rejection. Oof. Oh, nope. It lied. It's wow. We all watching this together. Look at the fireworks. We could do like NFT firework art. Yeah? Otter gang firework art. People are probably coming on the live stream like, what the heck are these guys up to? We're watching the 1 minute time frame. We're not doing any TA. We're just watching. Wow, so much volume came into the market there, and now we've been rejected downwards. Wow, was that just a liquidity grab? That's a good question. And well, if we zoom out, I don't think we've gotten full liquidity grab yet. You can see that we still have quite a big area here at 26,458. If they're coming up to grab liquidity and drop it back down on us, it's definitely going to come to this area here, right? This is unsatisfactory in my opinion. But look at it. It's dropped all the way down, almost $100 on Bitcoin. It's dropped down from this wick, so maybe it doesn't have enough legs right now. It doesn't have enough legs to continue this mad pump. Oof. It's trying again. It heard me. It's like, what? You don't think we got legs? It's not a very happy pump. It's very deceiving, as you can see. We do have this top above here. We are definitely out of the Fibonacci zone. We are up past the 786. It's not game to short yet, says Felix. Not financial advice, but it's Felix advice, so we got to be careful here because he's been 100% all day today, so we better be careful. Oof. We're going to be patient. We want this liquidity to be grabbed here. We want this to be grabbed. If I'm looking for a short, I'm looking up here. It's very risky short, though, in my opinion. It's very risky. Especially with this volume. This volume is strong, but it's not... I don't think it's taken full effect yet. You know when you have a feeling? I know when you have a feeling. I know that feeling, man. Sometimes the feeling can get you into trouble. Sometimes the feeling can be bang spot on. I've had those feelings before where I just trusted the gut and went with it and made some nice profits. But right now we got to be patient, in my opinion. I mean, we can see that if we do get rejected here, we could have some sort of bearish divergence on the lower time frames, which can bring us back down, probably test this 25.2 area if we do get rejected here. So definitely something to be watched. Go down to the 24. I don't know what this low disk storage space thing is. Welcome to my life. I got low storage space right now. All these videos. Let's look at the 10 minute, says Felix. Absolutely. 10 minute here. Looking to roll over. No red dot yet. No red dot in the 10. Very oversold. Money flow is still going up. Looking for the red dot on the 10. What about the 9? The 8? We don't have any red dots. No red dots as of yet. There's still power here. We're going to go to the 9-minute. Still got some legs in it. Volume's coming up. We got 3 huge spikes of volume before. We're looking for it to come up to 26,458. Is that exact? I don't know if that's exact. 476. Let's get this off the chart here. That's a weight signal if I've ever seen it. Yeah, that is a no red dots is on overbought is a weight signal. I like that. I'm stealing that, Felix. We have a weight signal. Oh man, too good. Do you know anything about how these market cipher B oscillators are calculated? How is the money flow interpreted? I've seen multiple options in the settings for it. Yeah, it's to be fair, I don't mess around with the settings on A and B except for the colors. The inputs remain the same. The ribbon's at 21. I don't even use the ribbon. Everything else is just turned on except for like the red diamonds and stuff like that. I try to limit from too much noise on the charts. The B, all the inputs are the same. So I try to go with the basic settings. And then like when I'm really like wondering, like when I was new, I go to CryptoFace and I watch some of his streams. You can always pick up some knowledge from CryptoFace. When I was new, I used to watch him all the time on Market Cipher. He has a very good way of putting it, you know, with momentum and yeah, CryptoFace is the guy, right? He's the guy to go and look at Market Cipher stuff. I don't change any of the settings. I just keep them plain Jane basic because that's what he does, and then anybody who else is watching the stream can get the same information from my stream as well. That's what I try to do so that there isn't any mixed messages from my Market Cipher to his Market Cipher, you know, because a lot of people like to have, even Felix has asked me to throw up my chart in the stream, right? So look at this. We're moving. We like to move it. Mrs. Otter booked us in for pizza tonight. What kind of pizza? Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But what kind of pizza should I have tonight? What are you guys thinking? Does pineapple go on pizza? I say yes. Now don't unsubscribe because I said yes. But pineapple belongs on pizza in my opinion. What do you guys think? Does pineapple belong on pizza? Mrs. Otter don't like pineapple on pizza. She thinks I'm gross. Felix said, "Oh my God, he doesn't. Does he not think pineapple goes on pizza?" Have I just lost a friend in Felix? Bro, you can't abandon me, okay? You can't abandon me. Look at the pump show going on here. Well, I don't know if it belongs on pizza, but to each their own. Okay, I'm more of like an arugula. I'm Italian, okay? And I know I'm disgracing the Italians by saying that, but I also am very much very much into my arugula with prosciutto on my pizza, okay? I understand your problemo with me and the pineapple on my pizza, but come on, guys. Please forgive me. My no thinks I'm crazy too. My no thinks I'm crazy, but you know, whatever. I'll be alright. You guys will forgive me, right? You guys will forgive me. Wait till we start just giving mad giveaways. We grow to super amounts of subscribers, and I just start giving it back to all you guys because you guys are amazing. You guys are real Otter Gang OGs, always here supporting me. I really appreciate you guys. You know, turning 33 tomorrow. Turning 33. I'm doing all right, eh? Come on. You guys are great. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being here. We're watching the Bitcoin Pumperelli. It's great. This is great. So much for this level. We just delete this level. Erased. Any of you guys looking forward to Diablo 4? Do any of you guys play Diablo? It's an old school game of mine. I played Diablo 2 way back in the day. Maybe we do a Diablo live stream, trade, degen trading, and Diablo live stream all in one. Sounds like an idea. Nah. We're too old for video games, aren't we? Got that D2 life. Used to be life. I'm up at 4 a.m. Is that for the beta? Are you playing the beta, Felix? We'll have to talk on the Discord. Where do you think this pump will end up? It's over. So right now we're looking for it to grab liquidity. Volume is looking all right, but I wouldn't say it's looking as substantial as anything like here where we pumped massively or here where we pumped massively. Volume is still pretty much flat. It's volatile. It's moving a lot more, but it's not moving like this volume or like this volume. And in order to create new year highs, it's going to need to have quite a significant amount of volume coming in. So right now we're looking for it to grab liquidity at this level that we put in before, around 26.5, right? It's looking to grab liquidity here of everybody who's gone short on this pump. We're looking for it to come up, grab these guys, and then head back down and possibly continue to range until tomorrow morning. And then New York Open will let us know where price really wants to go. But we might get a pump here. For the pre-order, Diablo 4 beta. Yep, I find it hard to play video games these days, even before I was a dad. You know it. I used to love Quake 3 Team Arena, Battlefield 2 on PC. I was always an FPS guy. Yeah, I was Counter-Strike, Halo, Diablo 2, StarCraft. That was me growing up. Ring-a-ding-dingy. Oh, you look cute. Mrs. Otter looks all cute for dinner date. Open sesame. We're letting in. Mrs. Otter's mama's visiting from the UK, guys. So we're about to leave in 10 minutes, but I will be in the Discord. I want to send my love to all of you for tuning in, joining me on this journey. We're looking for a liquidity grab right now. We may not get it. We may get it. Be patient out there. Practice good risk management. We could be headed back down into this range that we were in before, but be patient out there. if we're looking for a short, we're looking up here somewhere. A little bit higher, right? A little bit higher. Wait for that signal. Wait for that red dot. We haven't got it yet. On the 7, the 6, 6, 5, it's 5, 6, it's printing. It's not printed yet, right? It's not printed yet. 4, it's printing. Thanks, Felix. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone else, for being here as well. Thank you for the birthday love. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Remember, you guys are legendary. I appreciate every single one of you. Practice some good risk management. Know that I appreciate you. See you here tomorrow. Happy birthday to you guys if I missed your birthday this year. And if you do have an upcoming birthday, don't forget to throw it in the chat and we will sing to you because we like singing here. So, much love. Thank you for joining. We'll see you in the next one tomorrow. God bless. Peace out. Bye. Mrs. Otter, we're live. We're live. What did the boys say? Are they back in town? The boys are back in... Oh, don't get copyright. Bye!